In this video, we're taking a first look at the iRig Pro I/O, which is an audio interface. It's a guitar interface. It's a MIDI interface for your iPhone, your iPad, or your Mac or PC. So let's go. Hi, my name is Pete and welcome to Studio Live today, where my goal is to help you create, record and release your best music. And one of the ways you can do that is through an audio interface. So in this one, I'm going to unbox and tell you a little bit about this one from IK Multimeida, the iRig Pro I/O. Let's jump in now. Now, iRig have been around mobile recording in particular for a really long time. In fact, you may recognize this. This is the original iRig guitar interface. It had a 3.5mm jack here. It's got a headphone jack, and you plug your guitar 1/4-inch cable into the end there. And this works great and still works great with any of your devices, your iPhones, your iPads that have a headphone jack. But more recently, a lot of your devices are moving away from the 3.5mm headphone jack and now only have a lightning connector. So that's where something like the iRig Pro I/O can really come in handy. Now, one of the first questions you may have is, what is something like this going to set me back? Well, this is a $150 US interface, so it's not on the cheap side, but it does have a lot of flexibility. You do get a lightning cable and a USB cable included, so you can use it with your iOS devices without a lightning to USB adapter. That's pretty cool. And you can plug it directly into your Mac or PC. And as I mentioned, it has not only guitar and a mic preamp, but also MIDI in and out. So that's a lot of features for a device like this. So let's open this up now and see what you get inside the box. Now, full disclosure, I have already opened this up just to have a quick look. I couldn't resist, but we will reopen it now and we'll pull out the box inside, because the packaging itself is actually really quite cool. So there's our box. We'll put that to the side, but inside you get this little action here. You've got all the IK Multimeida documentation in the front here, if I can pull that out. So you've got all your manuals, your product catalogs, and your licenses. So you get licenses for some software. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then inside the box, if I can really coordinatedly open it, as I was saying, inside the box, we get the iRig Pro I/O and a box of cables, which is really handy and really useful as well. So let's take out the device here. First of all, we'll put the box to one side. And let's take a look around the iRig Pro I/O. So on the front here, we've got our indicator lights here. We've got a gain dial here. Now, this is a really nice feeling dial. You know, some dials you'll turn and they'll start sort of spinning in place. This one ain't going nowhere. That's very, very cool. On the base of the unit here is our input. So we have a TRS, or a 1/4-inch input here for our guitar cable or our instrument cable, and it's also an XLR input, so that doubles as a combo jack. Now, you can get this in a dual mode. This is the single one. So the dual is a 2-channel interface. If you need stereo input or you want to connect and record 2 things at once, you can go for the dual model. I just went for this because I'm usually recording only one device at a time, especially when I'm on the go. Up the end here is our connection cable. That's where all of our cables plug into a little DIN connector there. We've got a DC in, so you can plug this into a power adapter sold separately, or you can use a sort of off-the-shelf one. And apparently these do use quite a bit of power. So by default, they're powered by 2 AA batteries, which are included in the box. I was happy to say batteries are included, but apparently they go through the batteries reasonably quickly. So if you're using it in a studio environment, you may want to invest in an adapter, a DC power adapter for your iRig Pro I/O. Now, on one side of the device here, we have a headphone jack, very welcome addition, and a volume slider there for our headphones. On the other side, we have MIDI in and out, but you'll be thinking, what are these? These little 3.5mm, or they may even be 2.5mm connections. These are for our MIDI in and out, and the cables are included in the box that will actually work with these. So yes, it's not your standard MIDI 5-pin DIN adapters or USB. You're going to have to use the adapter that's included in there. And of course, you have phantom power. So we've got a switch there to turn phantom power on and off. So that's everything that we have there on the device. Let's jump in and take a look at what else is in the box and take a look at these cables. So the other part of the box here is this one here, the little box O cables. Now, these were all nicely wrapped up, but I've since opened them and taken a bit of a look. So I have re-wrapped them, hopefully okay. So here they are. You get 4 cables here in the box. Now let's show you these MIDI cables first off. So You can see here we've got two MIDI cables. Now, at one end, I'm thinking that's actually a 2.5mm. We'll get it out of there. I think that might be a 2.5mm adapter there. And then we've got the 5-pin MIDI DIN connection. So I've got two of these cables. Hang on to these because I can't imagine they're super easy to find. They're a bit of a, not proprietary format, but they wouldn't be easy to get a replacement of those cables. So make sure you keep those somewhere safe. The other cables we get, and this is where this comes into its own, is that you get, not that one, but this one, the one with the little red ring around it. It's got the connector there, which goes into the end that we showed you here. So that goes into that end. The other end here, lightning. So this is why this is cool. It has a lightning adapter. But the other thing that's cool is it's not just lightning. So unlike some devices that just plug in via lightning, you also have the USB option. Now that makes it really handy because you can use it with a Mac or a PC right now. But the other thing is that when all of our devices in iOS start using USB-C, which, hey, is probably coming, the writing's kind of on the wall there. So if your iPhone or your iPad, or you're already on an iPad Pro, and you've got a USB-C, you'll be able to use this cable and a USB to USB-C adapter, and this will therefore still be usable. So the problem with Lightning devices, that the reason that I don't own a lot of Lightning devices, is that I'm concerned that once my iOS devices go to USB-C, they will be obsolete. This is going to last me even if I upgraded to a brand new iPad Pro. So that is pretty cool. And those little manuals and guides that we got here in the box, the first thing here is your user manual. So that's going to get you started, a quick start guide there for the device. We've then got a product catalog so that you can go and buy all the other IK Multimedia products you want. And importantly, we've got this. I'll show it to you backwards because I won't show you my registration code and serial number. Not that any of you would go and register and get the free apps, but you can register the product and download the free apps using that one there. So that is pretty cool. Why don't we we're not going to actually play this in this video. That will be coming up. I just wanted to talk you through this and show you around the device in this video, and then we'll come back and we'll be checking out the audio quality and how this works in a future video. But let's just plug it in to the iPad and just see how easy it is to get connected and get started. So here's my iPad running GarageBand. You can see there it's just using the onboard mic at the moment, but we have here the lightning connection and our plug here ready to go into our iRig Pro I/O. So let's plug in awkwardly. I'll put that down for a moment. Let's plug in this DIN adapter to the other end. I don't really like these sort of cables because you can never tell the direction they go in. But there you go. That's plugged in there. And now it's asking if we want to turn on monitoring. We're going to say yes. And there you go. It's now using this USB device. So all we need to do now is to plug in a guitar, a microphone, our MIDI into here. And this will be able to be used here in GarageBand. And that will be coming up in a future video. So stay subscribed to the channel and you'll be able to see this device in action here in GarageBand on my iPad. So there you go. On paper, the iRig Pro I/O for a portable, flexible audio interface seems to really stack up. Will it be enough to replace the USB audio interfaces that I love to use via my Lightning to USB adapter? Well, only time will tell. So hang around here on the channel and we'll find out together. If you do want to check this out right now, head down to the description or go to studiolivetoday.com/gear. That's my gear guide where you'll find affiliate links to all of the products that I use and recommend. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.